everybody. Welcome to the PR Podcast. My name is Jonah. I have here with me Christian/Crow/Alex Moss/Tucker/Malcolm. And we are here to talk about whatever comes out of our asses.
In the middle.
In the middle. Malcolm is in the middle.
Malcolm's not in the middle.
Malcolm, you had a tea earlier. How was it? It was chai. Quite shy. Sorry, I'm having mouth.
Hawaii.
Oh, the best. Tucker, this is your first of my podcast. How do you feel about that?
I feel okay, that I'm actually being included.
Oh, yeah, because...
Yeah, no, we're so sorry about that.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, we care.
I shall cry the crocodile tears.
At least, hey, I will say this, at least we don't have Luke saying, like, hey, guys, you need to do this the right way. Because last week, or the week when he was talking about it, he was like,
2 weeks ago.
Christian. And Christian was like, what? He's like, you suck. I was like, Luke, what the heck, man? He's like, you can't just bring something up after it's been done. I was like, who cares, man? We're doing this our own way. You know, he was getting so angry, and I was like, because Luke, he's like, yes, a fat perfectionist or something like that, I don't know. That has to be perfect for him, but for everybody else, he doesn't care.
He doesn't, it's gotta be the best.
It has to be the best for him.
Has to be perfect, but
for him.
We
it
can't
has to be perfect in his mind, but in everybody else's mind,
he doesn't give a shit.
So we started. I got you guys into playing Unison League, which is a fabulous game. I got
it's not a bad game.
It's like
I got
a
Christian
shitty version of Pokemon.
Very, but it's a good shitty. It is a good shitty version. And Malcolm, what do you think about it?
I like it a lot. It's pretty cool.
I like the Unison Chance thing. That's pretty cool.
I like how it doesn't download.
I like how that's a good one. I like how
it's just not downloading.
I got it. I finally got it after like 3 weeks of trying.
Yeah, I was about to say. But I like the game. It's a really good game. It's got great mechanics. Good. I like that's online. That's one thing I like.
Yeah,
and that's why I hate Fallout 4 because it's not online.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I don't understand.
I liked Battle
video games from the very beginning. Video games were meant to be played by yourself and achieving something by yourself. But you have to.
You have to have internet now to do anything.
For instance, remember when they said the Xbox One was going to be like. You had to have
online
internet.
all the time.
Oh, yeah.
That was bullshit.
I noticed a lot of people got mad at that. Obviously, because that's
of course they changed it.
Because Titanfall did that. You had to be online all the time just to.
Dude, Titanfall was such a disappointment.
Isn't that the same as Destiny though?
No, it's worse.
It's like Advanced Warfare, but it's originaler.
Yeah. When it first came out and you see all the trailers for it and everything, it looks like this grand, awesome, big game, right? Yeah. There's not even a campaign to it. You go on the campaign, it's just random multiplayer matches of different... It's just a bunch of random game modes. There's not even a story to it.
Such a bad.
Destiny's story is better than that.
Dinklebot doesn't exactly tell you much.
If that says anything. That says a lot.
Well, I heard, I could be wrong, that Taken King is supposed to actually...
Yeah, they're supposed to be adding a story to that. Supposedly.
I hope Dinklebot's not telling it. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
I like him. I like him. I never watched
him. Best character.
Wait, is Peter Dinklage like that? That midget? Like he has, dwarfism? He has dwarfism, right?
He's in the elf and he's the short guy that he's like, oh, he's an angry little elf. Did you not see him?
No. He's the guy in Pixels, right?
Yes, he's also in Pickles.
Pickles.
Pixels. Yes,
I'm actually looking forward to that movie.
I kind of want to see that.
I haven't seen that yet.
Someone saw it.
I kind of want to see it.
No one here saw it. I saw it. I think it was pretty good.
I never seen Attack on Titan, but I always make fun of it. I don't make fun of it, but we play Smite.
Wait.
It is not the best.
Not to cut off anybody, but I'm gonna butcher this again. It's another Japanese show. It's Akame ga Kill.
Akame ga Kill.
If you're really looking for the feels, if you're bad about getting the feels and crying, you will cry. I almost cried watching the end of that show. It was bad.
I think Malcolm has something to say. You okay there, bud?
It's an okay anime. But people throw it out there as if it was the best thing ever because
I never said
they
it was.
compare it to Naruto, which in Naruto, they don't kill the enemies all the time. They actually
Naruto's like a child's anime.
No, they kill people in there.
They do kill.
No.
Like Nicktoons.
No, there's freaking murder. There's murder. No. That's the cut down version.
That's the cut. That's the cut down. That is the child's version.
The uncut version of Naruto, brutal.
Yeah, they're
brutal cursing. It's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah.
But they compare it to Naruto. But the thing with the villains is that they're just mindless monsters.
Yeah.
That's it. Mindless monsters, and they're just butchering each other.
Yeah.
There's no gray area. There's no good or bad. They're just murdering each other.
In Naruto?
No, in Anakami ga Kill.
Well,
Right,
those are the
right.
monsters. But those are the monsters, not the other.
And then they try
team.
to make you feel like the other team, the Jaegers, whatever.
Yeah,
or
I was
like
trying not
they're
to say that
bombastic.
like for spoilers or anything.
Well, it's not necessarily a spoiler because
True.
it's
a part of it. Yeah.
It's a part of the. It's a major part of the story. The people they try to make them seem like they're good people, but they've murdered countless times. They are awful people. So I don't see how you can feel bad for someone who's murdered time after time again.
Yeah.
And then the same thing with the heroes. They murder all the time too.
Yeah, but it's an assassin. They're like groups of assassins.
But it doesn't justify anything. You can't like if we were like a group of assassins and we were starting a republic.
Tucker's our leader. I'm already calling it. Tucker's that guy who's like.
And we were starting like a republic
Tucker's in the middle, like,
to
I don't know what
rival against the U.S. government and make our own government.
Yes!
If we're murdering people and shit, I don't care. If we succeed and we become kings, we are still awful people.
Yeah.
It's like, man, did you remember we took over the country? Yeah.
That was pretty cool, huh? Murdered 5 million people with a knife.
Yes.
You showed Hitler how to do it.
Oh, good. No, that's fun. I've heard a lot worse. Trust me. But
But the thing is, it's an okay anime.
It's okay.
But it's not the best anime.
Obviously.
Like, when it comes to anime, you have to think about it. It's like, they're like books. And there's a difference between a really good
Best
book,
anime is Teen Titans.
Go.
and then there's the...
No, not Teen Titans Go. I like the old Teen Titans.
The old Teen Titans.
The old Teen Titans was like one of the best
Dude, that's
ones.
like
Would you?
Oh, it was the best. That
I
was the
would
best one.
almost consider that an anime, but it's
It
not.
is.
Well, it
technically,
is
isn't
technically
It's
anime, yeah.
animation.
It's animation.
Well,
It's not
Have
anime.
you seen some of the stuff in that? I'm just saying.
I mean, like, there's like the Japanese version
I
of
don't-
it where they like.
But they have the slight eyes, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, there's like legit. Like, there's a Japanese version of it, which is basically the exact same thing. Except
Isn't
it's
the
considered
theme
an
song
anime.
Japanese?
Yeah.
Yes, it's an anime.
Yeah, it's technically an anime. I
Isn't
think.
what? Okay, I could be wrong, but isn't there an American anime? I forgot what it was.
Yeah, Avatar.
That's what it was. I don't know why.
Dude, Last Airbender?
Great show.
Yeah, that was
That
an
was an
American
amazing
anime.
show. That was I love that show.
That was the
The
movie
first
sucked.
The first
Yeah, the
Movie
movie,
sucked.
they screwed the
Movie
movie
really
with
good.
the live
The one
action.
with
They don't. First of all, they can't speak the actual names. Like my name's Ong, but it's like
No, he said it's...
Aang. It's Aang.
it's
right?
Aang, but they call him Ong.
Oh.
Yeah.
Katura
They
or
said
something
that
like
in the.
Every
said that
time
in the
it
movie?
said it,
Yeah,
I
they
Like, in
called
the
it
movie,
Ong.
they said it wrong.
They said
because
Ong.
it's
I
because
think I've seen the
the
movie.
dude pronounced it that way, so he was like, "I'm gonna change it because I'm the one making it." And I'm like, "You're a dumbass."
Yeah, he was. Pretty
Every time I heard that, I was like, okay, migraine.
And it's
okay.
supposed to be migraine.
okay, dying.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I think the best episode was the very last episode of that entire series.
I think like there was some great themes in there. Like I think the saddest thing, one of the saddest things in animation I've seen is like where Uncle Gyro, that old guy, the old firebender, he went to his son's grave.
Oh yeah.
And
I remember that.
sang that song.
I remember that.
Soldier Boy coming home.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking
Oh my
god.
god.
As a child watching that, I was like,
I was too. I was like, sad.
Yeah,
I don't watch this.
slowly understanding the like feeling of it, and it just builds up.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
because isn't
fuck.
like Zuko like his nephew or something?
Yeah, his nephew, and then like that means his cousin died. And
Yeah.
it's all fucked
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And then Katara's mom, she's dead as hell.
They're all dead.
I mean,
They're-
yeah, like Aang's like what 400 years old or something.
Not gonna know.
And the new
Some
series-
ridiculous amount of years old.
Have you seen the Legend of Korra? I've heard about it. I haven't seen
Legend
it.
of Korra?
I-
Isn't it like I was watching like
What's
one?
Korra?
I was watching one episode and I thought it was pretty cool, but I never found it again. It was like they were having like a battle. It was like there was two teams, one Earthbender, one Waterbender, one Firebender. They would fight against each other. Isn't that like what they do? Am I wrong?
Yeah. Well, not every
Yeah,
time.
you're wrong.
Sometimes,
Shut up.
sometimes they do it for sport, but sometimes there are actual battles.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because I think the one I
There's-
saw was like an
But
announcer. in
one
the
of my
stadium.
like favorite parts was when like Korra was with that other like really old waterbender lady or something like that, like as a prisoner, and I believe it was like the fire people trapped her in the ship, and she taught her how to control people's blood and kill them.
Oh, no, that's in
That's
Avatar,
in
The Last
Avatar.
Airbender.
Yeah,
that's
no, I
when
mean, that's what I was talking about. Like in Avatar,
Katara.
shit, that was like
Katara gets taught by
That
the old
was
lady.
That was a
Yeah,
weird
that
episode.
was-
No,
that was
That was actually terrifying.
It taught you so much in that episode.
Taught you
It
how to
taught-
kill people.
she was so distraught. She was so upset that she learned this ability because she had learned to torture somebody.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
awful.
Well, that's like I've been watching a lot of Arrow. Well, I can't wait till the next season comes out. But in Arrow, they're like, torture is an art. It's not just something that is messed up. It's an art. You got to learn how to use it correctly in order to get information.
If you don't know how to torture somebody, either you're just gonna make them go through pain without getting anything out of them, or you're gonna accidentally kill them.
And I think one of my favorite lines from Arrow is I believe he said, Oliver said was, you know what hurts worse than an arrow going in? An arrow coming out. Yeah, and that was a line where he was trying to get information from some guy to get a cell phone or something.
Yeah, because the whole.
All right, guys,
the whole thing.
You guys want to play a game?
Yeah.
We're gonna play Are You That Guy? And what it is you basically tell us if you are this guy.
Malcolm's that guy.
Malcolm might be. So
Malcolm
first question. This goes to everybody. When you could drive and you have a car, are you that guy who parks in a handicapped parking spot?
No.
That's unanimous.
Unanimous.
All right.
That's unanimous.
Are you that guy that takes a shit in the handicapped bathroom?
Well, yeah.
No.
Yep. Yeah,
No.
that's me. Yeah, I do that.
It's a better stall.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I mean,
always
it's bigger,
cleaner. It's always cleaner.
It's nicer.
I've never found a handicapped
No,
stall.
You know what are the big stalls?
It's the big,
big
one.
stall?
Yeah, that's a handicap stall.
It's the big one.
That's a
bathroom.
handicap
That's
stall?
a handicap stall.
Then yes.
That's what everybody
Yeah.
does.
I was like, I didn't know what that was.
It's nicer.
Are you that guy that won't have children?
No. Probably.
I don't know at that point. I don't know at this
It's
point.
something about...
Like, no, like, that, not that you'll never get a girl, but, like, if you had the chance to have a child, would you have a
If
child?
I have a child, I am going to, like, if it's a boy, I will raise it to be a warrior, and I'm going to send him off. I'm going to send him, like, I'm going to raise him very little. I'm not going to teach him anything. I just want to see what happens if, like, what would happen if
Malcolm's going to be that guy that goes to feudal Japan to raise his son.
Or, like, he'll, like, leave him in the mountains like Gohan. Like, Piccolo Gohan.
Like, what would happen? What would happen if a person was born and you never taught him anything?
Okay.
What would he learn?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What if he taught? No, he taught himself because that's what human beings are. We teach ourselves.
So
what
you
should
yeah,
he
but there's
learn?
also-
What would he come
He'd
up
figure out how to learn the internet, and he would suddenly learn everything he could possibly know.
with? Without internet. Without internet.
He's like in the mountains
So
of Feudal
basically, you just put
Japan.
him in a cabin in the woods
In the woods.
with nothing.
In the mountains of
And
Feudal
see-
Japan.
I mean, he'd probably die by the age of 16.
Well,
Let's say the age
how
of-
old
Yeah,
is
but
he
you would
when
also
he's putting him there?
first of all you have to
he has to be a certain age.
and you have to account the
okay.
will to survive
True.
and
Well,
he's
it
curious.
depends on the person.
would be
That's
curious.
the thing. You could not answer that question generally.
He'd be curious about the bears.
I'm saying
The bear spray.
I'm saying like well that's like saying how did like medieval, like not medieval but like even further back like primal people, how did they survive? Because they were never taught anything. They were never taught anything. That was their will.
Yeah,
That's all they did.
That's pretty
It was their willpower and their curiosity that kept them
Back when
alive.
rape was acceptable, I don't think I would compare myself with then.
Well, was it rape or was it like?
I don't know if it was really. I mean,
And then the female was like,
technically rape.
like who would know?
Oh,
You know, they would know whenever.
I mean-
All right, last one. Are you that guy that would steal candy from a baby?
I
I couldn't talk about it for a second.
Let me think
All right,
about
go
that.
ahead. Malcolm, go ahead
How old's
first.
the baby and what's the candy?
true story.
No,
not true story.
I can't wait to listen to this. Go for it.
I was trick-or-treating at a young age. Well, not very young. I was older than most. I was like 12, and then there was a bunch of like 8-year-olds that I was easily able to trick them out of almost all of their candy.
Oh my god.
And I was able to take the majority of candy. Like, if they had a half of their candy, half of their candy, half of their candy, I took all of that.
I'm sorry, but Malcolm's gonna be known as the one in the hate comments as that
That
guy.
That guy. All right, Joe,
You're
what about
that
you?
guy.
Candy.
No, it doesn't depend on what type of candy. It could be your favorite candy. It could be this baby that you really fucking hate.
Then yeah.
Really?
Still candy from a baby.
What about
Yeah.
you, Christian?
I'm gonna be I'm
Either way,
gonna say yeah.
You would steal it?
I
think
well,
I could.
I mean,
Because every time I hear a baby
I
cry,
feel
it's
like-
like I feel bad.
I feel like
Every time I hear a baby cry,
I feel like I
just,
would.
Like,
No,
I
no,
get
no,
so
like,
pissed
You
off.
just want to kill it.
I might
You're
sound
violent.
it's like
You
I might
hate
sound
children.
evil by saying this, but like my last job was a daycare worker. I hated that job.
Of course.
I agree.
Despise it. Well, it's like it's not even that. It's like we had like the worst of the worst kids apparently.
This was a church, by the way.
Yeah, this was we still had we still had bad kids. I'm not mentioning names, but we still had bad kids.
Yeah.
Like, and we had one issue. One issue we had. The only fun, like, I had some fun there because they were like, "Hey, the 8-year-olds like said, "Hey, let's play Beyblades." I was like, "All right."
Yes.
Yeah. So every day, but like every day I was working. Like I would bring my Beyblades in my backpack, and some of the girls that I was working with, Lana, Marissa, and Blessing.
I want to know.
They were like, "Oh, Christian brought his Beyblades again." So we had an issue one day when one of the kids
killed himself on
one of the kids, so we had 2 kids, like, set up at the arena, and they were flipping, like, pulling the ripcord or whatever. Oh, God. So one of the kids pulled the ripcord, and we had one kid that was way too close to the kid who was pulling his ripcord, and he cut himself in the eye. Like, his cornea got slashed. Mm. So, like, he was like, he was upset. I looked at him like, "You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Nothing's happened."
He's obviously not fine. He cut his eye.
Like it was. But he got really lucky because it hit a little. No. I'm saying like it could have been worse. It honestly could have been worse because he got a little cut on his cornea, but the rest of it was like here. Yeah. It hit him on the skin and just
like
kind of dragged here.
No,
the ripcord, the little ripcord with the jags. And
this is why toys should never be invented. Speaking of hating children, I know Malcolm hates it when my brother comes downstairs when I'm playing.
Because it's annoying.
Like, all of a sudden you hear, and I was like, "Shut that thing up!" And I'm like, what do you mean that thing? He's like, "Shut the kid up!" I was like, "You mean my brother's like, yes!" It's like, Malcolm, I can't just tell him to be quiet. I can't smack the autism out of him.
Put it somewhere else.
He's like, we were playing one time, he's like, "Oh my God." I was like, "Malcolm, what's wrong?" He's like, "I swear to God, Jonah, I'm going to kill you." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Because you won't shut that kid up." I was like,
"See, no. I have the same problems with that, but I don't say anything."
Like,
put it somewhere else.
I'm sorry, you have problems with being mental.
Mature, I was going to
say. Mature, okay, so there's maturity issues with Malcolm.
Obviously.
See, I just sit there and I don't care, and then I'll be like...
And then he'll call me and be like, "Hey, Luke's coming over. You want to call him for me?"
I'll go up to Jonah, I was like,
yeah.
I'm not angry about many things.
But children is where it just...
Children is where it crosses the line. I can't take kids.
I was like,
it's not kids, it's noises. And kids just tend to make a lot of retarded noise.
Alright.
They're just over there.
Alright, so everybody here in favor that Malcolm's going to be a horrible father.
If I have kids.
Yeah, good point. Mr. Watch him from feudal Japan.
I'm gonna get a vasectomy.
Puts a GoPro
You're gonna put a GoPro on his sword or something.
Yeah. His sword. He gives like a 6-year-old baby a sword. Here you go!
When you can lift... No. When you can lift this weapon, your journey will begin. What?
He's not a newborn. He just crawls away.
He just crawls away with the his sword on his
6 years.
Yeah, I just give him a full 20-pound sword and I lay it on the baby.
he's like laying down like.
When you can move, you will survive.
And he's like, "Here you go."
Oh, he's like,
can't get up.
I'm just up here with the sword.
You just drop it. Face plant.
Break his ribs. Oh my gosh.
You will become strong with it.
Oh my gosh.
Dead.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, so what were you going to say, Malcolm? You said you were going to say something.
I was going to say something about Beyblades. Beyblades was like the greatest thing ever.
Bakugans.
Well, I'd like to...
I actually had a Bakugan.
I still have some Bakugan.
I have a Blade Arena still.
Blade?
Do you really? Was that like... That thing was expensive, wasn't it?
It was like...
Morgan has one.
Was it $60 or something like that?
Yeah.
But it was like this little crappy plastic bubble.
I don't like
Beyblade. Literally, I think I have more fun using a bowl of cereal.
No. The stadiums are stupid, honestly, because they make them out of plastic. But if you have the anime which shows them actually playing like on cement,
yeah,
you can literally go to a skate park and have a full Beyblade battle, and it'd be way more epic.
Yeah.
But because they can actually, like the new ones, can actually spin for that long. They can spin long enough to actually do that.
No, they're the old ones that were made out of actual metal
Wait.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Which one? What were the old ones? I mean, I don't remember that.
when we were like from the first
the original,
the originals, but I only had the plastic ones.
Actual solid metal.
Yeah, the plastic ones that come out like after about a year. I think.
There's the first ones that came out that were all solid metal. All of the parts were almost all metal, and those things were legit weapons at that point.
You could do a bake. Put your hands up! You got like a Beyblade, you got the ripcord. It's like, put your hands up! Anything stupid! And the cop's like, put your hands in the air. He's like, he's like, it like slips the cop's face open.
No, but like, I remember playing Beyblades one time with me and my friends, and we were like, alright, let's go, let it rip. And we... And
yanked it so hard.
They were sparks, and a piece broke. A piece broke, like legit sparks.
Yeah,
a piece broke, launched, and cut into a piece of like a tree, and it was literally stuck like 4 inches in the tree. If that were to hit one of us,
you'd be dead.
That's why I started making
that's like
plastic.
That's like we had I couldn't believe what I saw because like my Beyblades. See, my brother and I we don't really play them that much because we're older now and there's no real reason to.
You mean wait, was it cards?
Action
figures. You haven't told me.
It was cards. Anyways, so it's like. While I was there at Knights Club or whatever at the daycare, right? I was looking at some of these kids' Beyblades, and like the ones that have the super sharp like spin wheels or whatever, the metal spin wheels, they're all dulled down. Like, all of them are dulled down. I'm like, I never got that much fun out of a Beyblade. Like, ever.
Freaking weirdo.
Like,
and that's why I want
back in the day, they actually, like, did the metal design from the original Beyblades in the series, but now they, like, buff out the sides, and it's, like, a solid chunk of, like, plastic metal now. Yeah. It's, like, not real metal, but it's still, like, dings like metal when they...
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I have the newer ones now. That just
you know what I got? I got the ones that they sold at McDonald's with a Happy Meal because I was that poor at one point in my life where I said only buy
I think it was the ones that I have are the Beyblade Metal Masters. One of the new, like from the newer anime.
Yeah,
I think that's the ones. Yeah,
that's the ones the newer ones.
Yeah, those are
the ones with the duller downside with the.
Yeah, I had one. The one that I have that I won like every single Beyblade battle was a stamina ring, which is the it's got like it's like a cross, but then in between the crosses there's these little curves or whatnot. So it's like it's dull on one side, but then it's like sharp on like 4 different points.
We just get so in depth to this, like
yeah.
I remember when they sold Bakugans. Remember how cool that was at one point?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And then it didn't. Remember like the cards, like they were actual metal?
Yeah.
Seriously,
like the whole like magnet system where you just roll it and it pops open on that was awesome.
Yeah, but it's like if
But then there were some pieces that didn't actually pop out with
like maybe like the head is like this would be like
the head springs out but the arms don't spring out. And then you'd be like,
oh man, that was so less epic, and then you have to like peel it open.
Yeah,
pull something like that. I remember that. That was.
And then instead of it being like gate card open, you have to physically turn the card over.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's like wow, this is the best ever.
See, but that's the thing. Like, I think if Japanese companies would actually take what they've made in their anime and actually made it legit. So, like in Yu-Gi-Oh, they made holograms. They made holograms.
Just gonna say that right now.
Every time you play the card,
I think Bakugans
hologram
fall from the sky, and if they did, I think many people would be dead just from the impact of them falling from the sky and hitting them in the head.
Well, yeah, that's a thing.
Is Pokemon an anime? I need to ask that question.
Yeah, I think Pokemon's the only one that cannot legitly be made.
Is that? Are you sure?
What, you mean I can't make an electric mouse?
I mean, if you get...
you find, like, I imagine, like, he's finding a dead rat, and he puts like a battery card,
Clear!
It's like, he puts a battery card, he's like, it's gonna work, and then the mouse explodes.
They're working on it in Japan. They have a mouse. And
wait, seriously? Are you serious?
And they
wait, let me look this up.
And they, I read it somewhere, and they've genetically engineered it to where it has enhanced, like, electrodes in its brain. And it can actually make a very, very, very minute, very small shock.
That's awesome, though.
Real life Pokemon, that's what I'm looking up.
We're going to be overrun by electric mouse.
That'd be pretty
It's kind of weird if you think
just
about it.
Just imagine if it, like, they sneak out, and then, like, they spread, like, rats.
They go to, like, a nuclear reactor or something like that?
No, and they spread, like, rats.
Oh my god.
Could you
Godzilla-sized mouse with electricity.
It's just like... it's just like cheese everywhere. Like, what do you think? Like, it's kind of weird when you think of Pokemon, because it's like you teach me and we'll be friends. But in reality, they're just kidnapping innocent Pokemon for no reason. Like, they're just like, well...
Wait, is it this one, Real Pokemon on the Loose, Experimental Existence, Pokedream? Is that it?
You're a lot. I heard something about something on the loose, like we said.
Because they were working on it in a lab. It's just one little mouse.
What's this? Experiments. I'm looking up. Experiments.
New species.
Or either that or...
Pikachu. Electric mouse.
There's a Nerode in your brain that they named after Pikachu. It's like Pikachu, like something like that. Pikachu, there's a because it's like electricity that flows through your body.
All right, wait. You guys might want to hear this. It's pretty long, but I can probably go through it. A lab just outside of New York City was conducting research on genetic engineering. Their goal was to genetically engineer a living creature that was unlike any animal in existence. The research had come a long way in a very short time, but funding was low. In desperation, they turned to the government for help. The government, more specifically the military, was interested by the research and made a deal with them.
Death clause. All out.
No.
It's a sign. That's like confirmed.
They promised to fund the research if they would genetically engineer them creatures with serious power that could be controlled.
That's what they said about Godzilla.
Upon several,
you saw Japan after that.
Upon several other conditions, the deal was struck, and within a few years, test subjects were produced. The government appointed their own head science to work on the project.
What's up?
Just a big black guy from America. It's like Mike Tyson or something. Comes up, he's like, "It's Godzilla! Godzilla! Run, run, run!
It's Godzilla!"
Okay, so furthermore, they could recover faster than any living creature on the planet. The test subjects were basically genetically engineered Pokemon. After many more years of research, the founder of the project took 6 of the strongest test subjects with him to present them to the military without informing anyone. Just 2 days later, the lab was set on fire by the government scientists. As he made off with the most of the test subjects and all the research. He left the assistant scientists and a small number of the test subjects trapped in the lab. Ooh. Just before the building collapsed, there was an explosion, and the test subjects escaped. Investigators concluded that the fire was caused by a freak accident.
Are you sure you're not reading a movie script?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it sounds like something in a really shitty movie.
It was officially
I'm pretty sure this is a B movie, and I've probably
seen
it before.
movie?
No, a B movie. You know, like those movies that are like...
Jesus Christ, it was a film script.
I told you, you idiot! Oh my god.
Thank you everybody so much for watching the PR podcast. If you enjoyed this, like, comment, but don't subscribe, because fuck it, we don't give a shit. Thank you everybody. Thank you guys for all joining.
I thought it was legit.
Thank you everybody so much for watching, and do whatever you want.
Subscribe.
See you guys later.
Penis.
I don't know. See you guys later. All right.
We'll get a million subscribers.
That shit.